This module focuses on determining or clarifying the meaning of unknown and multiple meaning words and phrases based on second grade content, with a specific focus on using glossaries and beginning dictionaries, both print and digital, to determine or clarify the meaning of words and phrases. In second grade, students are expected to use context clues to find the meaning of unknown words. Oftentimes, if they are unsure, they will need another strategy. This lesson can be used in small or large groups to teach students how to use dictionaries and glossaries to help them with language acquisition. Students should have ample practice using glossaries and dictionaries in print and online. This lesson will include the use of both types of dictionaries and give one example of a student-friendly online resource. According to the article titled Vocabulary, Instructional Guidelines and Classroom Examples, retrieved from readingrockets.org, it is not possible for teachers to provide specific instruction for all the words students do not know. Therefore, students also need to be able to determine the meaning of words that are new to them, but not directly taught to them. They need to develop effective word learning strategies. Some of these strategies are listed on this slide. For example, how to use information about word parts to figure out the meanings of words in text and how to use context clues. Students should then be able to use reference aids to learn word meanings and to deepen knowledge of word meanings. Helping students understand the difference between a dictionary and a glossary should also be a focus while teaching this lesson. A dictionary is an alphabetical list of general word definitions for a particular language, while a glossary is a list of word definitions restricted to a very specific content. For example, a book about plants may have an alphabetical list of words such as flower, pollen, root, and stem, all words that relate to plants. The glossary is not a separate book as a dictionary is, but is found in the last pages of a book. The objective of this lesson is to help students understand how to use dictionaries and glossaries to develop word meanings and deepen their understanding of vocabulary. As previously stated, students should use this skill as a way to double-check the meaning of an unknown word after using context clues to determine what the meaning could be. Students should be familiar with all parts of the dictionary, mainly the guide words at the top of the page, which help you notice the alphabetical order, the different meanings a word can hold, sample sentences, and the specific part of speech a word may be. According to the Scholastic Children's Dictionary Teaching Guide, deep understanding and repeated exposure to words helps students add these words to their vocabularies. While this module will walk through a lesson that is taught with print dictionaries, there are also a number of online dictionaries available for use. Listed on this slide is one sample of a student-friendly version. Be sure to model the different parts of the website to the students, just as with the print dictionary, before setting them off to work independently. Show the students how to search for a word on the website, how to determine where the definition and the parts of speech are written, as well as the speaker icon so students can listen to the correct pronunciation of the word. The length of this lesson is approximately 25 minutes. Students should have prior knowledge of how to put words in alphabetical order. If using technology, they should also be familiar with how to navigate different websites. In order to complete this lesson, you will need a mentor text such as Bear Snores On, or something else with higher level vocabulary words. Each student will need a print dictionary or one-to-one technology to access digital dictionaries. You will also need multiple copies of one nonfiction text and the independent recording sheet for students to document their work. This lesson is an example of an intervention that you could use for students who have not yet mastered the skill of using dictionaries and glossaries to find the meaning of unknown words. You will see the most success with learning if your groups have 4 or less students. The teacher introduction phase should take about 5 to 7 minutes. Start the introduction by stating the purpose to the lesson and explaining why we need another resource to help us determine meaning. You may say something like, lots of times as readers we encounter large words in our books that we can decode but may not know the meaning to. Words that do not have a root word and prefix to help us determine the meaning. When this happens, we may need another resource. To build student interest, let students have time to look through a dictionary while you create a list of noticings on the whiteboard. Listed at the bottom of this slide are things that you will be discussing with students during the lesson. Using the mentor text Bear Snores On, or another mentor text that you have chosen, show students an unfamiliar word and explain that the dictionary will help you determine what the word means. You may say something such as, I have never seen the word layer before. I had some guesses as to what I thought it might mean, since I can see the bear in the picture, but I want to be sure. A dictionary can help us be sure of what a word means. The modeling phase of this lesson should take about 5 minutes. While you are showing the students how to find the word in the dictionary, be sure to go back and talk about the components you wrote on the whiteboard. Mention that a dictionary is written in alphabetical order and that there are guide words at the top of each page to help you with that. Also show where you can find what part of speech a word is and how the dictionary may use the word in sample sentences. The definitions on this slide are for the word layer from the story Bear Snores On. They were found using dictionary.com. Talk to students about how there might be multiple definitions listed for one word, and model how to read the definition in context in order to determine which one best fits the word. The guided practice phase will be around 10 minutes, depending on students' needs. Continue reading the book, stopping at the bolded words on this slide, to let students practice using a dictionary either with you again, with a partner, or independently within the group. Use your professional judgment in deciding if students are ready to move on from guided practice and work more independently. Practice as many words together as you think they need. While students are looking their words up, be sure to ask questions to gauge their learning. Although the questions on this slide might not tie directly into comprehension, they will let you know if the students are understanding how to use a dictionary. Students can do the active engagement phase independently with their own text. Be sure to remind them that part of being a successful reader is knowing when they don't understand a word. Readers who are challenging themselves and doing their best will stop at unfamiliar words and use the different strategies to determine meaning. For this activity, when a student comes across an unknown word in their text, they should practice using their dictionary. After students have completed the lesson, let them share their learning with a group or a friend. This will make it more meaningful for them. Teaching someone else what they learned will help them remember it better as well. You could also start a new word wall in the classroom so students can display the new words that they have learned. This will help remind them to use their words in everyday language and writing. You can use the same type of lesson with a nonfiction text that has a glossary in the back. Instead of looking up words in the dictionary, use the bolded words from the nonfiction text and look them up in the glossary. Talk about the differences between the dictionary and glossary, such as a glossary only having one definition for each word and it not having synonyms. Some nonfiction texts will also have pictures in their glossary. This is a nice visual aid for young learners to associate the word with its definition. There are formative assessments on Edify for the dictionary lesson as well as a lesson on glossaries. There are also paper copies linked into the lesson plan if technology is not available for you.